You will not believe the photos we are about to talk about. Imagine a world where celebrities are not just actors or singers, they become icons of bold fashion choices. Well, Pia Zadora, a name you might remember from movies and music, did just that. Back in the day, Pia Zadora was known for her singing and acting. But she also grabbed attention for something very different, her daring photos in G-string swimsuits. These pictures are not just about fashion. They show a side of her personality that people rarely talked about. So, who exactly is Pia Zadora? She started as a child performer and later became famous in the 1980s. She starred in films and released music albums. But what made her stand out was not just her talent. Pia had the confidence to push boundaries and try styles that few others dared to wear. Now, let us talk about the photos. In these images, Pia Zadora is seen wearing G-string swimsuits that leave very little to the imagination. Yes, these are bold photos, but they also reveal her fearless attitude. She was not afraid to take risks with her appearance, and that alone made her photos widely discussed. Many people reacted strongly when these photos were released. Some admired her courage, while others were shocked. Back in the 1980s, fashion choices like this were not common. Today, it might not seem unusual, but at that time, Pia's photos were a topic of conversation everywhere. The photos themselves show Pia posing confidently, enjoying her time in front of the camera. Her expressions are playful, sometimes serious, but always bold. You can tell she knew exactly what she was doing. She was not trying to hide anything. She wanted people to see her confidence. What is interesting is how these images changed the way people saw her. Some thought she was just looking for attention, but many realized that Pia was expressing herself. Fashion, after all, is a form of self-expression. And in these photos, Pia Zadora was saying, "I am not afraid to be me." Now, you might wonder why someone would take such photos. For Pia, it was about showing strength and daring to be different. She was not just another celebrity. She was someone who wanted to challenge the usual standards of beauty and fashion. That is why her photos continue to make headlines even decades later. Let us also consider the impact on her career. While some people criticized her, these bold photos also brought her a lot of attention. Sometimes being controversial can actually help someone stand out. In Pia's case, it made her a memorable figure in entertainment history. One thing to notice in the photos is the style of the swimsuit. G-strings are tiny and revealing. Most celebrities of her time avoided them, but Pia embraced them completely. This shows how much confidence she had in her body and her appearance. Not everyone can do that, but she pulled it off. Another detail is the setting of the photos. Some were taken outdoors, others in more intimate studio setups. But no matter the background, Pia always looked composed and relaxed. She made these bold choices look natural, which is no small feat. It is also worth mentioning that these photos are part of a larger story about how fashion and photography have evolved. Today, celebrities wearing daring outfits is more normal. But in Pia Zadora's era, it was rare, and that made her stand out even more. People did not see photos like this every day, and that is why they were memorable. For some, these images may seem shocking. For others, they show freedom and confidence. That is the beauty of fashion photography. It can mean different things to different people. Pia's photos are a perfect example of that. They spark conversation, curiosity, and sometimes even debate. Even now, decades later, fans still talk about these photos. Pia Zadora remains a symbol of bold choices. She reminds us that celebrities are not just actors or singers. They can also be trendsetters, showing courage in their own way. If you look closely, you will notice how she uses her posture and facial expressions to tell a story. Each photo has a message, confidence, daring, and self-expression. Even without words, the images communicate her personality. To wrap up, Pia Zadora's G-string photos are more than just bold pictures. They are a reflection of her fearless attitude and willingness to stand out. Whether you agree with her choices or not, you cannot deny that she made an impact. She showed that sometimes taking risks can make you unforgettable. So, if you have never seen these photos before, now you understand why they were talked about so much. Pia Zadora was not just posing in swimsuits, she was making a statement about confidence and individuality. And that is why people still remember her today. That is all for this story about Pia Zadora and her bold photos. What do you think about celebrities making daring fashion choices? Were Pia's photos brave or shocking? Comment below and tell us your thoughts. And if you want more stories about celebrities and their unforgettable moments, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned.